All right, Bulls Nation, it's your girl Queen Chill Mode coming at you with episode number 2 of Perimeter D as we recap the Chicago Bulls' victory tonight against the Atlanta Hawks, along with many other topics surrounding our Chicago Bulls. But first up, let's get into this recap. Now, as you know, we took on the Atlanta Hawks tonight and were able to come away with our second victory of this short season, winning 97-85. This story of this game by far was none other than the defense. Now, the defense was far better than it was on the previous night against Charlotte. We came out with a lot of energy, a lot of effort. We were able to force turnovers, get out into the open floor and get some fast breaks. First half, the Chicago Bulls actually held the Atlanta Hawks to 26% shooting from the field. And Zach LaVine continued his stellar play as he finished the half with 11 points. Moving on to the third quarter, now Fred Hoiberg made an interesting decision to go ahead and play Zach LaVine at the point guard, by and large because Atlanta was actually doing a pretty good job of double teaming him, whether it be off the catch or when he was attempting to make his dribble. They were definitely sending a man his way to kind of force the ball out of his hand as well as prevent him from getting to the basket. And it turned out to be a pretty good move because the Bulls were playing him at the point, which meant he was going to be at the top of the key a great deal, which gave him an opportunity to see the defense coming and make a decision based on that, whether to pass it off to a teammate or beat the double team to the basket for his own scoring as well. He came out and he was a lot more aggressive in that third quarter, and he finished the third quarter with 11 points as the Bulls took a 67-63 lead going into the fourth quarter. Now, fast forward to the fourth quarter, our second unit did a phenomenal job. Ryan Arcidiacono led a nice start for the team, along with Jabari Parker, as the Bulls at one point in this fourth quarter was able to build a 10-point lead. Speaking of Jabari Parker, he and Justin Holiday heated up midway through that fourth quarter, and they were able to knock down three-pointers apiece. And the team overall went 7-10 from three-point range in the fourth quarter. But again, as I said earlier, as far as the keys to victory for this game was by and large due to, of course, the three-point shooting of the fourth quarter, as the Bulls made 7 of their 12 three-pointers. They made 12 for the night, knocking down 7 of them in the fourth quarter alone. And that was pretty much all she wrote as that closed out the Hawks. It was a solid team effort on both ends of the floor as the Bulls got the victory. But the main story of this game, and the thing that I was finally happy to see, was that we finally started to play some defense. I know our guys are better than what our team defense indicates. We have a lot of athletic guys on the team, guys with length, guys with speed and quickness, so there is no reason why our defense should be as horrible as it is. But it was definitely good to see the Bulls put together a nice defensive effort from start to finish in this game. We forced turnovers, we got out and got fast break opportunities. There was certainly better effort with rotating and help defense, and the Bulls did a good job of making the Hawks shoot with a hand in their face for contested shots, as we were able to hold them to 32% overall and 30% from behind the arc, along with 22 turnovers. As I said before, it was an excellent team effort, great contributions from many. Zach LaVine had 27 points and 11 rebounds. Jabari Parker, 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. Justin Holiday finished with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Ryan had 13 points and 7 assists. But another player who had great contributions to the Bulls' success tonight was none other than Wendell Carter Jr. He had a double-double, marking his first double-double of his NBA career, finishing with 10 points, 10 rebounds, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. But the one thing that I liked the most about this game for Wendell was that, in the Bulls overall, was that we were actually looking to get the ball to Wendell Carter Jr. Now, with the Bulls roster depleted at this point and teams are starting to key in on Zach LaVine, I think one of the keys during this time in which we have so many players out is going to be trying to establish Wendell Carter Jr. offensively. And for the most part, thus far this season, he's pretty much. There's been a few times where the team has actually looked to go to him and say, "Hey, Wendell, here's the shot for you. Go ahead and take it." And tonight we saw a few glimpses of that as we actually went into the post for him on one occasion, and he did a pretty good job of scoring out of the post. He did a pretty good job of hitting a few mid-range jumpers and a few layups and dunks. So hopefully the Bulls will start to establish his offensive game, because he does have a nice offensive repertoire. He can hit from the outside. He can drive. Well, he can put the ball on the floor every now and again, but for the most part, he can score out of the pick and roll. He can score out of the low block. So hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Now, giving some shouts out to the player of the game, aka King of the Court tonight. We spotlight one player who made a profound impact on the success of the team, and I felt that player was none other than Ryan Arcidiacono. He finished with 13 points, 7 assists, 2 steals and a block, shot 50% overall from the field, 5 for 10 from the field, as well as 50% overall from three-point range at 3 for 6 from the three-point line. Up next for our Bulls will be none other than the two-time defending champion Golden State Warriors as they invade the United Center Monday night at 7 p.m. Hopefully this game will, hopefully the great success that we had in this game, we can carry over to the next game and possibly get an upset. Well, I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. Until next time, as always, thank you so much for checking out the channel. Go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. If you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And for those of you who already subscribed, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Good night, everybody, and God bless you all. Peace.